What's going on, guys? Alain Gonzalez here with musclemonsters.com, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Ask Alain, where I take your questions directly from my Facebook page and answer them right here in one of these videos. Alright, today I got a nice amount of questions and I want to answer all of them, so I'm going to get right into it and I'm going to give you short and concise answers. Bilal wants to know, how do you get your arms, bicep area, to be more thicker? Alright, a muscle can only shrink or grow. So if by thicker you mean just bigger, then obviously we're talking about building the bicep up, creating a larger bicep muscle. Alright, and I could go on all day about different techniques that you could use to build your biceps. But what I'll do is, instead, I'll put a link in the description to a free guide. It's called Total Arm Assault. It's an arm specialization program, and you can have it for free. Alright, so I'll put a link in the description. Go there, put your name and your email address, and you'll get instant access. If you want something that's a little more detailed, videos, pictures, and all that kind of thing, with a little bit more information, I did put a little bit more time into a newer program called 21-Day Arm Explosion. I'll put a link to this in the description to that as well, so you can check that out. Alright, Jonathan Ruiz. Is it normal that after weeks of working out, you wake up every day drained, meaning no energy, no motivation to go to the gym, and even if you are eating correctly and resting 2 days out of the week? I would say that that's not normal, only because you said that you're eating correctly. So typically, feeling tired and drained is a diet thing and a recovery thing. So if you're drained, this might mean that you are not recovering efficiently. What I would do, just for starters, is add an extra day of rest and then see how that goes. All right? Jason Valdivia, how many times do you stray away from eating clean? Well, Jason, I guess it just depends on what you mean by eating clean. Some people consider white rice and white bread dirty. So if that's the case, then every day. However, if you're talking about snacks, pizza, and stuff that's typically known as junk food, then just pretty much whenever I'm in the mood for it, I'll try to fit it into my diet. However, normally I'm not big on those kinds of foods anyway, so it's not a big deal. I try to stay at about 80 to 90% complacency with what most people would call healthy foods, and then the other 10 to 20%, if I'm in the mood for something other than the standard foods, then I'll have it. It's not a big deal. Rahat wants to know, why did you stop MMA fighting? Alright, a lot of you guys don't know, I used to train and fight MMA. I used to live in Las Vegas and train with Vanderlei Silva for a small period of time, and then I moved back here, and then I really got into the bodybuilding and the whole Muscle Monsters thing, and I really wanted to put all my focus into one thing, so I decided this is what I love, this was my passion, so I ditched the MMA fighting and started doing this. Shannon, do you use a heart rate monitor during your workouts? Shannon, no, I do not. Ridwan, how do you maintain your muscle mass without losing it to intense extreme cardio workout like running long distance, for instance? Alright, you're going to do two things if you want to maintain your muscle while doing crazy amounts of cardio. Number one, you're going to continue to lift just as hard and as heavy as you did before, or even that you are right now, that got you the current muscle that you have right now. You can also instead focus on strength training, just training heavy if you're looking to burn fat, because this will ensure that you're stimulating the muscle enough for your body to want to keep it. Alright, and then number two, you want to make sure that you are not cutting your calories drastically. Alright, you want to keep a decent amount of carbs, fats, and proteins in your diet. If you want more details on this whole subject, I literally just wrote an article about it. I'll post a link in the description. Albert, hey Alain, my question is, I'm working out using the specialization method you suggested a while back. So it could be a balance of intensity and frequency, but now my workouts are lasting about 90 to 100 minutes using this method. Is that good? I'm resting 30 to 60 seconds in between sets consistently. Thanks in advance. All right. I'm not sure which specialization method you are talking about, but if you are talking about the push-pull legs routine, then I'm just going to say this. If you're in the gym for 90 to 100 minutes and you are consistently only resting 30 to 60 seconds per set, then you are doing way too much volume. And I can guarantee that, because if you're doing the amount of volume I'm doing, then you'll be out of the gym much quicker if you're resting that short, because I take much longer rests and I'm in the gym for about 90 minutes, an hour, 60 to 90 minutes. All right, is it good? I'm not going to say it's good, but is it bad? No, it's totally fine. As long as you are hitting your calories, then you're totally fine. All right, next question. Jake, is it good to do morning cardio on an empty stomach, since that's when the body's going into starvation mode to burn stomach fat? All right, Jake, you want to know that it doesn't matter what kind of mode your body is in. That's not going to dictate where the fat comes from. Your fat is just going to come all around, not just from the stomach. But if we're talking about just burning fat, then let's just put it this way. If you take two identical individuals, they eat the same, train the same, the only difference is that one does cardio on an empty stomach and the other one does it in the evening. The difference in the fat that will be burned will be little to none. So, is it okay to do empty stomach cardio? Absolutely. Is there a big benefit from it? Probably not. All right. Now, this is a highly controversial topic, so this is just my current opinion. All right. Danny, Mr. Muscle Monster, I want to gain size and be cut and almost look identical to yourself. Is it okay to eat white rice for lunch and then start eating less carbs throughout the day? I've been doing meat and protein later in the day, and my workouts are at midday. Yes, that's totally fine. Whether you put your carbs in the morning or in the evening because you're training midday wouldn't really matter. It also doesn't matter that it's white rice as opposed to brown. And if you want to look almost identical to me, well, fortunately for you, you'll never be this ugly. All right? But I get what you're saying. You know, what I want to touch on is, you said you want to gain size and be cut. All right? But it looks like from what you're telling me is that you're more on a cutting program, because you're saying that you want less carbs throughout the day, blah, blah, blah. So what I would do is just focus on this cut, get sub 10%, maybe 8 to 9% body fat where you're nice and lean, and then go into a lean bulk phase where you focus on eating more, obviously, and putting on more muscle. That way your body is primed to put on lean mass as opposed to more fat. All right? And I just want to thank Danny, because I know Danny personally, and he could have simply just given me a call and asked me this question, but he went ahead and shared his question on here so that you guys get the benefit of seeing. Daniel, does training too much time cause the body to break up the muscle for energy? No, unless you're on a no carb or very low carb diet, then I could see this happening from exhausting the glycogen, but it's not likely if you're on a well-balanced diet. Imam, does looking at girls really increase testosterone? No. Although it may give you a boner, it's not going to increase your testosterone levels, and if it does, it's only for a quick second. When is the best time to eat when going to the gym? Right before, right after, wait a while, or does it matter at all? This question comes from Lee. All right, Lee, as far as eating before the gym, that's totally independent to you. So if personally, I don't eat before the gym. I just feel better when I'm training fasted. My calories are very high throughout the day, and I even eat late into the night. So in the morning, I feel fine. I actually feel great when I'm training fasted in the morning. So that's completely individual. So depends on how you feel. Some people like to eat 3 hours before, 1 hour before, or nothing at all. So that's totally up to you. Right after, you want to get in at least some protein, simply because of the benefits of increased protein synthesis. All right, now this is a highly debated topic, so I won't get too into it because you'll get all confused if you're listening to everybody. But the fact of the matter is that what you really want to focus on is total calories throughout the day and reaching those numbers. All right, that is what's most important. Now, you don't want to go work out and then wait 10 hours before you eat, but you also don't have to consume your protein as you're grabbing your gym bag to leave the gym. All right, so I hope that answered your question. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to click the like button below. If you want to see more, subscribe for more videos. And if you want to get your questions answered, head over to facebook.com/musclemonsters. Like the page. And when I post a status stating that it's question time, post your question in the comment section, and I'll answer it here in one of these videos. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.